You're listening to the Family of Taygeta podcast. Message from Neioh. The Mystery of Göbekli Tepe.
Beloved friends of Earth, in these moments of communication, we will reveal truth concerning the structures of Göbekli Tepe. With ongoing archaeological findings, there is no one that can explain the intricate carvings and statues discovered. The answer will be made clear to you as the truth of this enormous area is revealed. Indeed, great friends from a galaxy known well to you, were visitors of assistance to primitive Earth native souls. In an area known as Turkey, there was activity with lives that found their existence to be difficult with lack of food, water and shelter. It was during a time of particular struggling to survive that visitors arrived from the Andromeda Galaxy. This was in the period of almost 10,000 BCE, or before Common Era of keeping historical records. Life would forever be changed for humans in such desolation by new friends from the higher realms. These primitive humans had seen many crafts flying over mountains as they flashed in mesmerizing colors and sounds. They seemed so powerful, and yet over time, humans longed for more contact. In the moment of the first communication, a friendship was formed that allowed life to become easier for humans in this area. Andromeda souls in massive crafts landed to assist those wandering in vast areas of mountains. Basic communication with hand signals quickly moved to sounds and syllables. Once communication was established, fear left all humans present in the company of such beings of light. The visitors from Andromeda stood 7 feet tall with no hair. They wore long pants with capes and medallions with crystals. Their crafts were silver and glistening with light in the areas of mountains that had been used for shelter. The Andromeda visitors would teach humans about structures, art and statues. They would teach them methods to grow food and find water in areas within rocks and caverns, and to cultivate the land that was available. The first area to be built in assistance would require the power and knowledge of these beings from Andromeda. Pillars with intricate carvings would support massive structures where humans could gather to share meals and information. A sense of unity was quickly cultivated and life became easier for those living in the area of transformation. Animals were consumed for sustenance, and the concept of pets was unknown to primitive humans. The powerful beings from Andromeda understood human creation with death and duality. They taught humans about oneness, but this was not a concept that humans could comprehend. Statues were designed and constructed by those from Andromeda and humans that were guided to attempt their own creative endeavors. Slowly the area became full of small buildings and tapestries suspended from mountain to mountain. This was similar to homes in the Andromeda Galaxy that allowed views of the sky and closeness with others. Large circular areas allowed an even greater artistic flair that would remain throughout the ages. Beautiful clothing was created from animal skins used from those consumed. Fabrics were brought from Andromeda with crystal tapestries and silks. Many visits allowed crystals, plants and trees to be added to desolate areas. Humans were grateful as their lives improved. The structures were magnificent and a new way of life had begun. The site was known as a gathering place for visitors from Andromeda and those on Earth. High on a mountaintop, the souls from different galaxies formed lasting bonds of friendship. The decision was made by the powerful visitors that Earth would be a great location to share waking dreams as starseeds. In the moment of now, Andromeda souls still visit the Earth. But in these visits, they too are human. In the remaining visits in the creative moments of Göbekli Tepe, villages would expand and communication of this magnificent place of beauty would grow. There would be 3 great expansions of the location that humans still find mysterious. Tools would be utilized and more structures created to serve humans during visits from Andromeda. Many of the symbols and shapes appear as depicting sacred geometry. These were brought from Andromeda as a method of teaching humans about creations they had never seen. Over time, there were many structures that became much more artistic as resembling locations throughout homes of Andromeda. Another method of teaching was utilized by depicting Pleiadians and Göbekli as evil characters to be avoided. Souls from Andromeda knew of the deception of darkness that would inevitably be seen and encountered by these humans. Gargoyles and massive totem poles of predators were teaching tools used by the souls of Andromeda. The message was clear to discern the intention of other visitors that would surely arrive to deceive. Darkness with deception was the method used by Pleiadians and Göbekli as they played God to those on Earth. This location has been considered to be a sacred site by those visiting the area as well as searching for answers to its beginning. It is obvious to everyone that humans had no abilities to move massive rocks or fashion statues out of clay in such a manner to survive lifetimes of erosion. Indeed, the beauty of Göbekli Tepe has remained intact by the power of souls from Andromeda. There are 3 archaeological layers of created structures that depict 3 separate and lengthy visitations from the souls of Andromeda. Excavating the structures carefully has allowed the expanse of information to include different time frames. Souls from Andromeda loved the humans they assisted. With promises to return, massive crafts arrived with dedicated souls from Andromeda. Such unity was expressed in the moments of the creation of Göbekli Tepe. We honor the service of those from Andromeda that gave so much and asked nothing in return. This is love. En iki mai iya, I love you so. Neioh.